Recycle, what a free kick that is. He cannot stop scoring for us.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners Over Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Shakhtar, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. The first into the Ukrainian Cup quarterfinal. We're on a schedule, every week, however many episodes there are for every season, where we get to this stage in each of those seasons, and we're back here again into that quarterfinal, and then after that we've got a game in the Champions League against Panathinaikos, who I feel like we played a few years ago in the Champions League. I don't know if we did, or it was another team like that. Yeah, we did play them there. As you can see, we got a 4-0 win against them. Shevchenko, Alex got a goal in there, and Kuzmanik as well. So if we can go replicate something like that, that would be good. This is proof that we're getting the same teams every year, which is a shame. Now, in terms of getting into that top 8 again, it doesn't look like we will. We've had a pretty rough start to the campaign. Only 4 points picked up in our first 4 games. It looks like we could go on for about 13 points if we can pick up 3 out of 4 wins in our next 4 games. 13 points it would definitely get us through. I don't know where it would end us up in terms of, it would end us up into the top 16 by the looks of it in some cases. So it's been a very rough campaign for us. We've had a loss against Real Madrid and also a loss against, we had a draw against PSG, which was a bit frustrating. It's been a tough start, to be honest, but it doesn't change the fact that if we've had a bad league phase, we could still go and do well in the knockouts. Obviously, I've said about the plan. In 6 years we wanted to win it, and we'd lose at every next stage. But if we only have 1 year of setback, I mean, to be fair, I don't know how many years of setback we must have had with Tromso. It must have been 5 years or 4 years if it took us 10 years to win it with them. I mean, we can go and take a look. As you can see there, it took 10 years. So I've just seen something, by the way. I'll take a look at that in a second. But yeah, it took us 10 years. So if it takes 6 years by losing each next round that you make, and then winning the final on the 6th year, if you get what I mean, then we had 4 year delay there. If we only had 1 year of delay here, then I wouldn't really be too frustrated by that, because it would have meant that we've done quite well overall. So within the next 3 years, so this year, next year, and the year after, if we win it by then that would be only 1 year of setback, and it would be, I think it would be quite a good result in the end for us, to be honest. It would have taken 7 years, so obviously the one extra year, not bad at all. I've just seen the relationships. Apparently we are an acquaintance with Pep Guardiola. That's quite interesting. That we've played them PSG away twice. We've had 2 draws against them. Pep must rate me, because we're the only team probably who have gone to gone to PSG and drawn against them twice. I mean, it's very frustrating. I said we could get a win against them last year in that final game, because they were not in good form. They still aren't. Very frustrating. We didn't get a result, really, because a win would have maybe got us through to the next round, the top 8, I mean. But it don't matter. We've just had a tough campaign, haven't we? Some new teams who we've already played, and when we've had that variety, it's not really worked out for us, and we've not had the good results. But we bounce back, we continue to progress, and hopefully we can go and do well in the knockouts if we make it. But we have a game against Panathinaikos. That will be good. First against Inhulets. I don't know why we're friends with Luis Motta, if you remember him. He was our striker he's retired now. He is a manager. He was our striker with KA in Iceland. We're also friends with MT from Santa Clara, which it looks like I don't know what happened. He went to I tried to sign him on a permanent deal, and he didn't want to come. So I don't know what's happened there. But what can you do, really? We've got Rodrigo. We had a very brief time with him, but he's there as well. And then also another coach. He was the reserves manager for the Tromsø 2 team, Alexander Strauss. I don't know what's gone on there, but if we take a look at some other people, I don't know who else. For as yeah, Dahl is there. He's there. Anyone else? We've got a very big set of people who we've met along the way. But that's quite impressive. That Pep Guardiola race. I'm not a fan of his football, but I guess that's quite cool. We've got a first game of the day. Let's go to the quarter final against Inhulets. So the team for this quarter-final against Inhulets starts with Enrique in goal, backline of Camindo, Lozano, Zhanov and Quartazar, Ochoa, Lind, Neto in the midfield. We've got Rysakov on the left, Shevchenko on the right and Kuzminik up top. Kick-off here in this game against Inhulets. Early chance for us here. It's Camindo who played that ball in there from the left side. It falls to Ochoa here now into Lind, and this is a very, very intense start to the game. Exactly what we want to see. Shevchenko's played a ball through. I think he's offside. It's a very good ball. I mean, if it stands, it'd be an amazing goal, but I don't think it is going to. Very, very intense start. As I say, the decision is going to be no goal given, is it? Yeah, the goal is not going to be given, but there's some nice play from us early on, and that's exactly what we want to see. Obviously we've got this game coming up, the chance to go and win our 4th Ukrainian Cup in a row, I think it is now. So we really want to go and try and do that, but also at the same time it would just be good, to get another win under the belt. We've done very well so far in the league. We've only dropped points once in a draw, so very, very good start. But in the Champions League, obviously it's been quite a tough time for us. But we just have to treat it as a separate thing. The league phase to the knockout games, and we go and play those knockout games like they're a different thing. This game feels a little bit sped up. I think we're just playing really, really intense in the early moments of this game. It's nice to see. In my manager profile, I saw that they say that I play attacking football and also entertaining football, which I guess is good. That's what we want. It's very easy to be a brand of manager or play a brand of football where it's very, very boring and very robotic, just pass and keep possession. But if you could trade a little bit of that off for a bit more creative play, then I think that's it can be good as well. And I think that's what we've done with a lot of our teams. We've tried many different tactics now and then. Obviously, going over to Las Palmas, whenever we go there, we will be playing a brand of football which will be custom and tailor-made to however we feel is good for us. As Rysakov gets the first goal of the episode. Rysakov, what a player he is, and he makes it 1-0 here. He cannot stop scoring. He scored in the last episode, he scored here again today, and we said the place that would get replaced next, the position or positions that would get replaced next would be in the attack, but these guys have just been really, really good. Kuzminik is in here down this right side. He's looking to advance with it. He plays it out to Lozano into Ochoa. Camindo now, where will he go? He goes to Lozano out wide. He finds Kuzminik, and Kuzminik, he's got space to run into. Kuzminik with the shot. 2-0 here in this quarter final. What a game it's been so far. Very, very impressive stuff from us, and that is surely we're going on to another semi-final. I mean, I don't know how many semi-finals in a row we've made now. It must be like 10, I want to say. We're approaching 10, maybe our 9th. I don't even know, but it's very, very good it's impressive how we play in the cup, and it's important. The amount of cups we've won by now, like 7 or 8, I don't even know. If we go on and win this year, it would be 7, I think, or 8, because we had the one at KA, 3 with Tromsø, so 4, and then we've won 3 already here, I think, so that's 7, and then if we get another one, that'd be 8 league or domestic trophies. That isn't the league title. I think that is very, very impressive. We're going to go into half time here. Very, very good display. The attackers putting in a good display for themselves. I mean, Kuzminik has scored, but I think he is 31 years of age. I think his contract is expiring, and I don't know whether or not I don't know whether he's going to re-sign or not. He doesn't want to re-sign right now. We've offered him the new contract, and if he doesn't, then maybe it is time to part ways with him. Shevchenko could take up that striker role, playing as the main striker, and I could see it working potentially. I don't think he's getting as many goals from the right side as he could maybe at striker, because he is a really complete player. He can use both feet really, really well. And that's what you want from a striker who's got a good presence in the air as well. Set pieces he can be involved in, stuff like that. Potentially the way we could be going next year, bring in another right winger. Obviously, we've got to be considering the Ukrainian rules and stuff like that. But if that's how it goes, then that's how it goes. How much more can we get out of Kuzmik? I'm not too sure as he continues to age. Can he continue to do it at an elite level? I mean, he scored some big goals for us last year. Obviously, got that hat trick against Bayern Munich. But we're planning for the future. How much longer could he do it for? I don't know. I really, really don't know. You know, he scored here, but you've got to consider how he'll do in the Champions League. I don't even know if he has scored. Has he scored in the Champions League so far this year? He hasn't. In 3 games, he's not scored. Rysakov has scored, I'm pretty sure. And Rysakov is still. He's 29 years old. He's got 2 goals, 2 assists there, as you can see. Shevchenko's got himself some goals as well. Yeah, 1 goal, 1 assist there. But I don't know. We just have to see how these attackers do, because if they don't really have a good campaign for themselves this year in the Champions League, then I think it's time to replace them. I think the defense has started to get there, and we have to, if we have to make those changes, it's stuff we have to do. We cannot be, having attachments. If we have to operate in the interests of our goals and what we're trying to do here at the club, and if that's what we have to do, then that is what we have to do, and it's just the way it is. It really is just the way it is. But I would like to keep him around. I think he'd be a good option off the bench, so that would be a reason why I'd keep him. But if he doesn't want to stay, then we can't really keep him. I don't know where he'd go. Could he go to another European club? He could definitely do it in the Conference League or like the Europa League, very elite, still at an elite level. But whether or not he can continue at the Champions League, I'm not sure. Usually when I make these judgments, I feel like I get them right most of the time, and I like to think I'd get it wrong, because I like to think Kuzminic can stick around. I know we were singing his praises about how many goals he scored last year, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. But just thinking ahead, that's the situation at the moment, and it's something that we have to consider. Shevchenko's still quite young. He's still a very important player in this team, and to play him in that role, potentially convert him into a bit more of a striker, out-and-out striker, which was supposed to be his original role, but then obviously Kuzminic showed how good he was. I think potentially could be the way to go, and it's something we could even try here. I mean, Rudenko, who's playing here, he's got lots of potential. If he could continue to develop, he could easily break into the team himself, or we sign another elite player. We haven't really signed it. And there's Rudenko with a goal. He has got himself a goal here in this game, his 6th of the season. Very, very impressive numbers he's putting up, and for a player, as I say, who doesn't start that much, he's very, very impressive. And if he continues to develop, is the goal going to stand? It isn't going to stand, which is very unlucky for him. But you know, I think he's got that potential, and if he continues to put on numbers like he is, with hardly getting many starts or anything like that, then he's making a claim. Or we sign an elite attacker. We haven't really signed one. We've signed 6 elite. I mean, I don't know if Cam Mindo counts as a Galactico. I'm not too sure, but apart from that, we've signed. If you count, I guess if you do count him, we've signed 6 elite attackers or defenders, but no attackers. It's something that we have to consider doing. There's many, elite players who we can bring in. Hopefully we get a little bit more money, so we don't have to sell players to raise the funds for the players we want to sign. I think it could be something that we do. Rysakov's in here. Rysakov of 3-0. He's not able to convert there, but bringing in an elite attacker, a young player who wants to go and win that Champions League, who's got bags of potential. And I think in a system like this could get lots of goals, where we're a very creative team. Then I think it could could work. I mean, for all the tactics we've played, actually, the thing that's worked, been a constant, is I think we've been very good attacking wise, and that's why they say in our profile we play a very attacking football, and I think has been the case for us throughout all the teams we've been to, and it's important that's the case. And bringing in that elite attacker, maybe whether it's a striker or a winger, then it's something we can do, and it's never really been something here in Shakhtar that I've looked at. It's been defenders and midfielders that we've looked to sign. But if we can bring in a player like that, then I think it could be worth it. And if that's I think the depth has got to improve a little bit, but it would be quite exciting to bring in a player like that. And then also they could be an understudy to to or to have that experience of Kuzminik in the team, or here's Rudenko here for 3-0. He's put it wide. How unlucky is that? We had 3 disallowed goals, by the way. Rudenko got one of them. He's been very involved in this game. A very, very good display from us attacking wise. We've dominated this Inhulets team here in the quarter final. Very, very impressive. I think having a Kuzminik or a Rysakov or potentially a Shevchenko to kind of teach the new player who's coming in could be very, very important. And if that's where the money goes next summer, then that's where it could go. It could be crucial in trying to win this the Champions League in the future. So yeah, very, very important things we have to consider. But the one thing's for certain, we are going on to another semi-final. Full-time whistle goes here, and it's a lovely 2-0 win. And finally, the team for this game against Panathinaikos. It's a shame we're not going away, really. It would have been a nice away day in Greece. But nonetheless, the team starts with Enrique in goal, backline of Camindo, Lozano, Anderson, and Cortazar. Ochoa, Lind, Neto in the midfield. We've got Rysakov on the left, Shevchenko on the right, and Kuzminik up top. As the teams walk out here in the Donbass Arena, big game for us, to pick up 3 points. We really need to put in a good display here. It's all the players. This is the main team have all lined up today. Everyone's out. We've had a game against Zorya in the gap, a 2-0 win away from home, which was a good result for us. Just very, very relentless in the league. We just can't be stopped, cannot be stopped at all, and that's always a good thing. And hopefully we're not stopped here. Zarkovs plays a ball in there. It falls to Anderson now. Neto is there. Kuzminik is there. Anyone is going to put it in? No, they're not. It's put over the bar. Very, very unfortunate that we're not able to convert there. I'll tell you what, we've not done a good job at filling out the Donbass Arena here. Look how many fans. There's hardly any fans. Not the most impressive. I mean, look at. I know this is the. Oh no, this is the away allocation. That's what it is. Rysakov, what a free kick that is. He cannot stop scoring for us. It's Dmitry Rysakov to make it 1-0 here, and take back what I said. That is the away allocation in the back, and they've not been able to fill it out. So maybe we've done not a bad job after all. We're trying to pick up 3 points here. If we do, it would take us into the top 16, would it? Yeah, it would take us 16th for now. We have some more games to pick up points though, which is top 16 probably the aim now. Top 8 is going to be a tough ask, and we only just crept in last year. Obviously the teams who finish in that top 8 usually do much better, but I guess that's just what we have to do, don't we? I think I will show I won't show the playoff game if we do get to a playoff game, because I think I'll just show it. Well, it depends who we play, but if we get top 16 and we play a team outside of that, I think I won't show, because it's been quite a long league. It's been 4 days by the time we get to the end of the league phase. So in the interest of moving quite quickly, we've still got quite a long time to go before we win it. I think I'll avoid it, and then we go to a round of 16, and then just go from there, see what happens. Shevchenko with the shot, he's just put it over. I think that's what we'll do, and then we can see from there what we do. And yeah, I think that's the way to go. But yeah, I think we've had a good start to this game here. Hopefully we can get a few more goals. Lozano with his header, it's floating around. Ochoa's there. 2-0 here in this game, and it's Ochoa with the goal. One of the boys who wanted to leave, and he's got himself a goal. Hopefully they don't want to. I mean, I assume they still want to leave. I think that's been a problem for us as well. The fact that morale and stuff has been affected by the fact that these players have wanted to leave, and it's been frustrating that that's the case. But I guess we can't do too much about it. If they're unhappy, they're unhappy, and we just have to. It's just so strange how it works. It is really strange how it all works. I hope it gets improved for next year. I think I said it before. I appreciate the fact that you've got so much choice when you have these interactions, but if you can't even have a good interaction, then what's the point? I mean, it just makes no sense at all. But I don't know. At least we've kept them. We've kept Lozano. We've kept Ochoa, and they've had quite a good start to the season. And it's just a case of getting everyone to gel together now. You've got Neto, who's getting into a bit more of a better role for himself. You've got who was it, Camindo, who's coming to this team. Who it'll be a tough job with him, because I'm making him play much more defensively. I've tried to train him to do. I mean, when I've done individual training, like when you develop their traits. I can never find what I want to find. I've tried to improve his tackling. I can't find it for him. Maybe because he's a attacking player naturally, and I can't find tackling for him, which is so annoying. But I guess we can't do anything about it. He will just improve at tackling naturally, I assume, if he plays at left back. But it's an interesting one with him because he gives us a bit more of an attacking profile on that left side, that direct Watara replacement, and if we need to, we can play. I mean, Cortazar is arguably. I mean, he can play centre back. He is more defensively minded than Kamindo, and I think he gives us. It's a good balance. It's a good balance across the side. You've got Rysakov who's playing really, really well, and that's probably because of Kamindo being there. And Rysakov's in behind here. Can he get a shot away? Rysakov with the shot. It goes in, and that is 3-0 here, and it's Rysakov with the goal. And he gets another one for himself. Very, very impressive stuff from him in this episode. Is it Kamindo? Yeah, it was Neto with the assist, but you know, them two down that left side, I think is a more traditional winger. That's why we've played Rysakov, and then the inverted role with Shevchenko on that side, and you know, having that fullback, it's worked very, very well. How we've set up, and in this game we've played well. This is what you need. You have to play well against teams you should be beaten realistically. And Panathinaikos is a team we should have always been able to beat, and we have. We beat them for 3 years ago now. We're 4-0 up potentially if we were to have converted that chance there. Rysakov is on for a hat trick here. It's exactly what you want. It is exactly what you want, and we just need to continue to play like this going into those knockout games, because it's I mean, the knockout games they've just been amazing for us, haven't they? They've been so good. We've had such good moments in them, and hopefully they can continue when we make a return into them. It's a ball into the middle here. Anderson just puts it over the bar. We're on to 7 points. That should be enough to qualify us for the playoffs. 7 points usually is enough. I mean, it's crazy. Only ever in the first season, really, we were thinking about how much points we need to qualify for the playoff, and now we're thinking about top 8 all the time. It's frustrating that we probably won't get top 8. I think we can get 16 points, but that won't be enough. I don't think it is. We can still get 16 points, but we also have to play a very, very good AC Milan team, one of the best teams in the world. It would be tough. It's a bit of a mistake at the back here. Deflects off Anderson. Defending required from us, and luckily it just goes over the bar there. But yeah, I think you know, it's a shame we haven't been able to get there, but if we get top 16, then I guess that's not too bad. We were fortunate to get there last year. There's still things we have to work on, but you see that progression. We've got big players at the club. They just need to continue to develop. We need to keep them around, and also we need to keep the reputation, continue to improve the reputation by getting those, you know, results deeper into the season. Shevchenko's in here for 4-0, and he does get his goal. Of course he does, to make it 4-0. What a performance it's been here. Very, very impressive. I mean, this year we're supposed to make a final according to the, you know, progression that we say we're supposed to make. Whether or not we do that, we have to see. But as I say, I think we could afford to lose 1 year just so long as we do win it by the end. And if it does take 1 year of setback, as I've said today, then I guess that's not bad at all. I would be very, very pleased with that. And it looks like that's what we're on track to do. But as I was saying, you know, if we could get deep this year into the season, if we can get deeper and then improve that reputation, then we can keep players around, and players won't get frustrated like Ochoa is, as Ochoa gets himself another goal in this game. It is no goal, does go down as no goal, but then we could keep players like Ochoa, like Lozano. Offers for different players will stop coming in, and then we can just focus on, you know, continuing to build a super team that will go on to win the Champions League. But we have been a super team here, full strength team in this game. The full-time whistle is going to go. It's a 5-0 win in the Champions League. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, bye bye.